If you're looking for a reason to laugh and a great night out, you are in luck. Comedian, actor, and writer Jim Jefferies is bringing his Son of a Carpenter tour to DPAC in Durham on May 18th. But we have the opportunity to talk with him now for a little pre-show preview. Thanks for joining us, Jim.
Thanks for having me. What an intro. I didn't know I did all those jobs. I'm an actor now and all. What am I doing? Very excited.
You know what? You led right into my very first question, because I saw somewhere that you consider yourself more of an entertainer than a comedian. So anyone that's seen any of your shows, I think that is undebatable. That's obvious. But why do you prefer that?
Well, I just think that gives you more options in life. It's just, you don't want to be pigeonholed as just one thing. And also, if you put me in front of somebody, I'll try to entertain them. I'm hosting a game show for Fox at the moment. I got a movie coming out with Jordan Peele. And, so I look, I'm not very good at anything. I just give everything a go. At the end of my career, they'll say, he said yes to everything.
Isn't there like a whole movie on that? And it worked out well for him, so.
Exactly. Like, what happened to that guy's career? Who knows? He's doing well.
I listen to a lot of comedians' podcasts because I think you have a fascinating life. And on one of them, they said that their most dreaded question from any kind of journalist or interview is, can you tell us a little about what to expect from your show? So I'm not going to ask you that. You're coming to DPAC. Instead, I want to know kind of your process in your shows.
Well, okay, so that is an interesting question. What the process is, okay, so everyone goes, what can we expect from the show? First of all, you don't want to give the jokes away. And also, we don't really know what we're going to do until we get up there. Most of us so my process is this. I know what joke I want to start on. I know what joke I want to end on. I know what routine I'm going to do if the show starts to go to hell and I've really got to fix things. But there's so many variables that go on with hecklers and how you're feeling that night or something you've seen that day that, you sort of have to go with the flow. So as long as you have a skeleton outline of what the show's going to be and you can go off on tangents, that keeps it fresh on stage as well. And it keeps you happy doing it. And if I'm enjoying myself, the audience is enjoying themselves, we're all enjoying ourselves.
That's a really good answer, because I always like to ask, do you see the audience and can you feel that energy up on stage that they're giving you?
I can 100% feel them. I can only see about the first 4 or 5 rows. And what I tend to do is, I think a lot of comics do that. You sort of, you focus in on the people who are really enjoying you. And then I always pick one person who isn't laughing, and I make that my mission. I go, I got to get that guy, right? Or girl, I got to get that person, right? So it gives myself a little task up there that I got to make that person laugh.
Now, with your podcast, you crack me up on there because you're talking about current events and things that are going down and your opinion on it. What do you prefer? Do you prefer doing the stand-up show style or kind of a sit-down, totally relaxed podcast?
Look, stand-up's my first love. Stand-up's the thing that has given me success in life and built me a very nice lifestyle. I would always go back to stand-up. Stand-up's number one. Stand-up at its most pure, when you're up there and you're crushing it and you're really feeling it, that's the best feeling in the world. The instant gratification. The podcast is fun because I get to collaborate with another person. And stand-up's a very isolated job that you do by yourself. You travel by yourself. You do the jokes on stage by yourself. You're criticized by yourself or you're awarded by yourself. But with the stand-up, it's just nice to work with another person. And then when you do the acting, and then you're working with 20, 30, 40 people on set, you know what I mean? That's a little bit more awkward for me. I just did a drama that's coming out. There's a Jordan Peele movie called Him that I've got a few lines in. And that was my first dramatic role. And I tell you what, you know how they always say comedy's harder than drama? Not for me. I find comedy much easier. The thing about comedy is, as I said, instant gratification. Even if you're acting in a comedy and the crew has to be quiet, as soon as they yell cut, the cameraman go, that was really funny. The director says, that was really funny. The other actors go, you were funny. When you do drama, they go cut, and no one walks up to you and says, good drama. That was very dramatic. Well done on the drama.
Sounds like a normal experience.
Yeah,
but you know what? There is a lot going on all the time. Coming to the show is not going to be the normal experience. Where can we keep up with you and see all the things that's going on? Maybe get tickets to the show? Not maybe, definitely.
Go to jimjefferies.com for all your Jim Jefferies needs. We will have all the shows that are coming up are on there. Plus, you can go watch the new ATM podcast with me and Amos Gill, just wherever you find podcasts. And the new show coming on Fox, the movie coming out.
You're a busy guy.
I was a busy guy. Now I've got nothing to do.
No, we're so excited to have you here. Thank you
right.
for your time, Jim. We're looking forward. Come to the studio if you have time.
Thanks for having me, Amber. I appreciate it.
And that's just a smidge of our entire conversation. He had me laughing the entire time. He is so hilarious. And we want you to have the opportunity to laugh along as well at his show.